Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I'm asking the question, what if Iceland was like the Mongolian Empire? Iceland is a country in CK3 that literally does nothing every game and usually either doesn't get conquered or just sits there. So I want to know, if I buff the absolute daylight out of them, will they conquer the world? I don't know, so I'm going to go ahead and test that out. And if you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into it. You might be asking, how did you buff Iceland? Well, I did quite a bit. I don't know how buffing nations in this game goes. I did a little bit of test run, but I kind of wanted to make sure they were going to be gods in this game. So a couple things I did was I made the ruler literally 100 and everything. Literally 100 and everything. Gave him a crap ton of gold, crap ton of prestige, crap ton of piety, and everything's pretty much unlocked. I also made him immortal. So this ruler will be the ruler forever. There's nothing that will stop him. He cannot die. So I want to see if this is gonna work out. One thing that I had to do is I had to force Iceland to go into an offensive war in the start, because if they don't, they can't reach anyone and can't declare any offensive wars, and they can't expand. So the war that I did was in Ireland. I made them declare war on this small province in Ireland for starting, because if I don't make them declare war, they actually will not do anything, and they will just sit there and do nothing. I am a little afraid they're too OP, and the last thing that I buffed them is I made both of their provinces that they start with 100 development, so they have a lot of buffs. I don't know how this is gonna go. I do not know if Iceland will conquer everything, but I kind of hope they do. Unfortunately, they're allied with Norway in the beginning, so Norway is probably gonna do really well too. So let's see how this goes, and hopefully Iceland doesn't fail us. So a big thing that happened all the way is Norway is integrated by Denmark. So Denmark is gonna be big, and I think that means Denmark... Yeah, Denmark is pretty powerful already, and that also means England won't be conquered by Norway, which happens sometimes in my game. And so we'll see if England will be destroyed by Iceland. So Iceland did get this small territory here, which I know they would, and I kind of was hoping. Now, since they have this small territory, they can go to war with pretty much any of their neighbors. But without making them go to this first war, they're pretty much not allowed to go to war with anyone, and they just sit there and do nothing the entire game. Another thing I forgot to mention, I am using a mod, so the culture here is actually Icelander. So they have their own unique culture, so we'll be looking to see if they spread that culture around the world. They are Catholic still, but they have their own independent culture from the base game. Usually they don't, so we'll see how they do. Hungary already completely took over Poland, so they're looking really good. Hungary is actually usually not that strong early on, so Hungary might have a really good game because they completely took over Poland. I don't know if that's going to last, but Hungary is a much bigger contender than they usually are. Iceland is slowly expanding. I think Iceland will pretty much take over Ireland, and it will be in Icelander Ireland, but I'm not 100% sure, but that's what it's looking like. England is doing great already. They've already conquered some stuff in Scandinavia, so England might actually be able to pose a threat to Iceland, but Iceland already has 4,500 troops, so they are looking great, and that's almost catching up to England already. But they should only get more and more powerful, because they're going to be able to get levies and buy men at arms all the time. And mercenaries up the wazoo. I love when this happened. England is dead. Danelaw, which is now a Norse kingdom, now controls England. So now they are Norse here. And so Wales is probably just going to die. And so now it looks like it's definitely going to be a Norse or Icelander Britannia. So that happens occasionally. I kind of don't like when that happens, because I can't really pronounce that. I don't know how to. England, I know how to say England. So we'll see where it goes from there. We are not even 50 years into the game, and the Holy Roman Empire is already having some problems. Italy is looking good at the start. They actually took some stuff from the Holy Roman Empire, but it looks like the Holy Roman Empire might break apart early on, which would be bad. I think they're currently at war with France right now, so France might take some land from the Holy Roman Empire. But you might see an early collapse, and that would kind of suck. Iceland's still taking a little bit of land. Iceland's also in a huge war with Denmark. They're allied with Old England. So hopefully we don't see the Holy Roman Empire collapse, because if the Holy Roman Empire collapse, we're going to see the most disgusting border war in this game, because there are so many provinces there. So hopefully we don't. I think Denmark might fall because Iceland OP, but everything else is pretty normal so far. I don't know if Iceland knows what they're doing, but they're making their biggest enemy super strong. They pretty much just took all over Norway, this old England. So we'll see how Iceland does. They're allied with them, but this is their biggest threat, is this old England. So I don't know if Iceland AI is really knowing what they're doing. HRE is starting to look a little better. They took back some of their land. But I don't know, Iceland needs to not make England super powerful, because once that alliance ends, they need to go after them. Well, I thought Hungary was going to have like a game, but it looks like they got a really young and weak ruler, and so Hungary is completely collapsing. Poland broke away, and now Hungary is just left weak. The old king was just kicked out, and so now it's just regular Hungary. The HRE is starting to look better, but they're looking ugly. Same with France. France is looking ugly too. Wales, with the help of Iceland. See, Iceland is doing something I didn't expect. They're really helping their allies. Wales is now in Iberia, and I don't know how I feel about that. I'm kind of wanting Iceland to take over everyone in Brittany, not help everyone. But unfortunately, Iceland's kind of helping everyone. Everyone currently in Britannia is doing absolutely amazing. So unfortunately we're having side effects. In Iceland, they're at 17,000 troops, so the buffing might have been a little much, but we're gonna do this empire here, Cumania. They blew up. Byzantine and these guys have been fighting. These guys changed their name here, but the Byzantines have been fighting everyone. They've been expanding a little bit in Africa. Italy's still looking good. HRE, they're doing okay, but they're looking ugly. Brittany actually took something from France, but these guys, I have to say, they're doing really good. They usually don't go this far into Iberia, so these guys are really doing breakout star here. They're not too strong, but they're doing all right in military. But I need... Oh, Iceland just took more of Ireland, so we might have an Icelander Ireland. But my thing is, I'm worried that Iceland, they're going to change their title and then no longer be Iceland and be like Scotland, because that happened in my test run where Iceland became Scotland, and that was confusing. I want Iceland to stay Iceland. They need to be the Kingdom of Iceland. They don't need to be something else. So old England kind of lost everything in Scandinavia, which is good. We got Norway popping up, but they're still having problems. I do like the England's weaker. Iceland almost have all of Ireland. HRE needs to stop. They really do need to stop. They're just getting uglier and uglier. Nothing else is happening too much everywhere else. I see Nubia is doing really good, but besides that, not many two breakups are. Dulo is doing pretty good. I like Dulo. Doing pretty good. Hopefully they don't get too low in the leaderboard. Brittany, I like that Brittany's bigger, but I don't think they're gonna last. HREs, I think they're really not that strong, and their borders are disgusting. I think if enough people like were to go against them, like Byzantine could probably take them out. Byzantines are looking pretty good. They're one of the few people that I think could stand up to Iceland. Besides that, I don't think there's too many people on the map that can even come close to Iceland. Iceland's at 20,000 troops. They are scary strong, like absolutely scary strong. Also, one of the sons of the King of Iceland is now actually the ruler. So I'm pretty sure that that's not too good. I think Iceland might be able to inherit this at some point. I'm not too sure though. So Iceland has completely taken over Ireland, so I think they're going to go over Scotland now. They're going to go after them. Unfortunately, if we look down below, I don't really want to show this off, but France, they're not doing too good. We're seeing the absolute collapse of France. France is probably not going to be around for too much longer. Wales is still making these ugly frickin' borders in Iberia, but France is actually going to die, and I don't think Iceland had anything to do with it, but France is dying currently, and yeah, I don't like it. I don't like that France is dying. This power here is just going to either make the HRE way stronger, or Iceland's going to come take it all over. So I don't know what happened, but Byzantine Empire just like a whole bunch of stuff just broke away out of nowhere. I really didn't see what happened, but they're not doing so good. Dolo is gonna die, I think, here inside. They're now a different name to Volga, Bulgaria. Not looking too good. Scandinavia is absolute dumpster fire. They're fighting each other, and almost all the countries have like the most pathetic armies ever. Literally, if Iceland came over here, they could just slap everyone. They are not doing good. Denmark has 270, Norway has 798. They're at war with each other. It's not looking good. The HRE, they need to stop. They're looking ugly and uglier. Bavaria is breaking out away from them. It's not looking good. But Byzantine, I think they might get that stuff back after all these peace deals go away. But they're looking really ugly now, but they're still really strong. Yeah. I don't know what Iceland's gonna do next because they have some allies here with everyone here. So I'm thinking they either are gonna go after Scotland and expand more, or they can start going after other areas, because right now they're allied with Old England and Wales. So I don't really know what they're gonna do because of those allies. So I did some research and it's not looking good. So if Old England dies, Iceland will actually inherit it. So if Old England dies, Iceland is going to be looking real good. And I think if Iceland takes all this over, because I don't think they inherit the Norway part, they might start going after the mainland of Europe. So Iceland inherited all of England and all of Norway. So they're looking kind of really, really good. They have 45,000 troops, and now that they have all these claims, because now they have Kingdom of Iceland, England, and Norway, I think they can pretty much just go wild now. So they've been slowly expanding, but now that they have all this stuff, I think they're literally just gonna tear through everyone. I'm not too sure though, but they're looking real good. They have a lot of land now, and they're gonna get a lot of levies from this land, so I think they're just gonna steamroll over everyone now. Byzantium, they're kind of collapsing a little bit. They're doing a little bit better, but they had 800 troops at one point. But France is hanging in there. HRE's lost some land, but these guys are looking huge over here. So I think Iceland's gonna start killing people though. Also, Iceland won't be Iceland anymore. It's still Iceland, but unfortunately, they will not keep Kingdom of Iceland as their primary title. So now they are Old England, and I haven't been pronouncing Danelaw is their name. So hopefully Danelaw can be good Icelands. Let's look at the culture. They haven't really converted anyone to Icelander, and I don't think they will. And they have converted everyone they conquered to Catholic. There's a little spread of non-Catholics out here, but I don't think anyone will be an Icelander after they conquer them. Well, it looks like the HRE is actually finally collapsing. Iceland, they're making border war galore. They currently are completely taking over Scandinavia, but then besides that, they're starting to invade France and the Iberian Peninsula. I don't know how I feel about that. And they also have formed an empire now, so they're doing really good. But they're starting to make a lot of border gore. The Byzantine Empire is starting to do a lot better. Everyone out here still kind of the same, nothing really happening. Nubia is still the same. Italy is still the same. Hungary, Poland, kind of the same. But I do think Iceland is now going to start taking everyone out. Literally nothing is going to stop them at this point. They have 56,000 troops, and it's just going to get worse from there. I can't believe it. I can't believe this is how the video went. So Iceland, they conquered so much. They're conquering Africa. They literally 93,000 troops. They are on top. They're doing good. It's the original ruler because he's immortal. We're doing absolutely amazing. They've pretty much they won the game. It's over. It doesn't matter. But somehow, and I can't believe it, Iceland is untouched. Iceland is now the Holy Roman Empire, and they're all by themselves. I don't know how this happened. I stepped away for a little bit. I let the game run. I don't understand what happened. So now Iceland, they don't have claims on Iceland. I don't know what happened. They got rid of them for some reason. I don't really know what happened, but now the Holy Roman Empire controls Iceland, and Iceland controls all of the Holy Roman Empire. I don't understand what happened, but this guy is Icelandic, so technically it's controlled by Iceland. Let's look at culture. So culture, nothing really changed. It's pretty much Icelander here. I guess there's a little, oh, there's a tiny bit of Icelander over here, but for the most part, not many places switched over, just that little place. Religion, if we looked at, oh, this is very disgusting over here, actually. But for the most part, a lot of stuff is now Catholic. Nothing major is happening everywhere else. No big empires have gone. The Byzantine Empire is currently getting rocked by this Iceland or Holy Roman Empire. I don't know anymore what's happening because Iceland is now the Holy Roman Empire, but Holy Roman Empire is now Iceland. Don't really understand what's going on. France is gone, but now they can take over the world. They have more troops than anyone by so much. These, literally, there would have to be huge factions to go after them. No one's even close. 93,000. They have unlimited gold, prestige, piety, because I gave it to them, and they're making 203 gold per turn. Let's look at the development, if anything happened. Nah, there's a couple places that had gotten pretty developed, but for the most part, not much has changed. But yeah, so that was the end of the video. If you guys liked this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for future videos. And if you would like to check out other videos, I do a mod highlight video every Monday, so you can check that out. And maybe another video that YouTube recommends in the end card. Thank you for watching, and see ya.